All right, so now we're on to number 3. We're going to solve this using the quadratic formula and express our answer in simplest radical form. And if you notice, step 1 would be set equal to 0, which this one is not. So we need to get that 2x and 1 over. So I'm going to subtract 2x and subtract 1 over onto both sides. There's no like terms to combine it with, so it's just going to be 4x squared minus 2x, that's supposed to be a minus sign, minus 1 equals 0. Okay? Next step is label your A, B, and C. So A is equal to 4, x, the number in front of x squared, B is negative 2, and C is negative 1. So now what we do is we copy down the formula, which I'm not doing again. Like I said, I'm just going to write the skeleton method and fill in the numbers. So we have x equals negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. So now your next step is just to fill in the appropriate numbers. The first number we're going to fill in is negative 2 because b is negative 2. The plus or minus the square root of b squared. Again, b is negative 2. A minus 4a, which is 4. C is negative 1 all over 2a, which is 4. That's supposed to be a negative 1. It's really hard to see. This computer is very hard to work with. So sorry. All right, next step, calculate the 3 spots. This, and this. So we're left with x equals negative 2 is positive 2. Plus or minus the square root 2 squared minus 4 times 4 times 4 times negative 1 would come out to 20. All over 2 times 4 is 8. Okay, so now you separate. You get x equals 2 plus radical 20 over 8, and x equals 2 minus radical 20 over 8. Now, the big thing here is you're going to simplify. That's what we're asking for, the radical. So I'm going to simplify radical 20 over here up in the corner. Biggest perfect square to go into 20 is 4. The 4 would turn into a 2. The square root of 4 is 2. The the 5 stays. So now what we're going to do is we're going to replace 2 radical 5 in for the 20s that are there. Okay? So we're left with x equals 2 plus 2 radical 5 over 8. And this is 2 minus 2 radical 5 over 8. I'm sorry for the squishiness. And then your last step is to simplify it further, those 3 numbers here. If a number can go into all 3 of those numbers and simplify it more, can a number go into 2, 2, and 8? And the answer is yes, it's 2. 2 could go into 2 once, into that 2 once, into that 8 4 times. So that final answer I'm going to write over here is x equals 1 plus 1 radical 5 over 4. And then we're going to do the same thing here. They all get simplified to 1, 1, and 4. So you're ending with x equals to 1 minus 1 radical 5 over 4. So those would be your 2 answers for answer number 3. Message me if you have any questions.